Doug Baldwin's thoughtful words include a very important call to action. Doug Baldwin is used to moving the chains on the football field to generate first downs. Now the gutsy Seattle Seahawks receiver is seeking to move the chains in a different sense. Baldwin's bold call to action on Thursday, demanding that attorney generals in all 50 states initiate reviews of their policies and training for law enforcement members, with an emphasis on de-escalation tactics, was a common-sense contribution from a man seeking to use his platform wisely. Don't even think that Baldwin is stepping out of his lane with some anti-police rhetoric. He's an American citizen looking for solutions. He's also the son of a police officer. And he's an African-American male, too, mindful of the concerns of many. There should not be an inherent risk when you have an encounter with law enforcement, Baldwin said, reading from a prepared statement. There should not be a concern or worry that the law enforcement is not there to protect you. And I think we're raising a culture or a society right now that is questioning that very sentiment. No doubt, there are fans, administrators, sponsors and other NFL constituents drawn who are uncomfortable that Baldwin and other players, most notably San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick, who ignited the movement among NFL players by refusing to stand for the national anthem in order to bring attention to police brutality and societal inequalities, are using their status to address societal concerns. The focus and messages in the NFL environment extend beyond the game, maybe like never before. The Seahawks are playing against whom on Sunday? Oh, the 49ers. The team whose backup quarterback, Kaepernick, is featured this week on the cover of Time magazine. It's a sign of the times, just like the manner in which Baldwin used his media access to share his vision for social impact rather than address an ailing Seahawks offense that scored just one touchdown in 2 games. This is bigger than football. Baldwin's message resonated as one of substance that has been carefully contemplated, rather than a response fueled merely by emotion. Even better, it quickly drew a response from a person of extreme interest. Washington's Attorney General, Bob Ferguson, reached out on social media and indicated that he seeks a meeting with Baldwin. Hopefully, others in such positions will be eager to act accordingly. The needle can be moved, just like that. While Baldwin talked about police reviews, press conferences in Charlotte included Carolina Panthers linebacker Thomas Davis and tight end Greg Olsen expressing mixed emotions about the disturbances that have flared in the general vicinity of Bank of America Stadium, where they practice and play games in downtown Charlotte. It's not just Charlotte, Davis said. It's about what's going on across the country. Panthers coach Ron Rivera was careful not to align himself on either side of the issue, but acknowledged that solutions will come through education, transparency and truth. That sounded a lot like what Baldwin expressed, too. In pointing out that he believes there is a select few, a very minute few in law enforcement engaged in unjust practices, Baldwin said, "We also know that there are laws and policies in place that are not correcting the issues that we have in our society right now." It's great to see Baldwin, and others, step up to reveal that they are not content to be insulated in their own, NFL-secured environments, while ignoring concerns of people who look like them but whose voices are often marginalized. The image of the contemporary athletes as role models is changing before our eyes. Sure, there's a rich history of athletes standing on the front lines to fight social injustices and concerns. It's just that the activism from athletes took a breather. That has changed again, evidenced with the anthem protests and the ensuing national discussion, and yes, with high school players now emulating NFL players by kneeling during the anthem. Of course, not every NFL player should be compelled to make a social statement just for the sake of it. Ask Cam Newton, who illustrated, again, this week that delving into hot-button issues such as race can be such a slippery slope. Yet, as Baldwin demonstrated, when there is conviction and purpose, and a desire to seek solutions, the bar is raised for what it means to be the most meaningful type of role model.